Okay, that was a really good win for us. I mentioned to the team that all three phases contributed today. And I think maybe the biggest area of improvement for us was in our coverage units. We asked Quinn to do some different things, kicking the ball on kickoff, and then also some different punts. We changed where we lined the ball up and changed our coverage units a little bit. And our guys really stepped up and made some nice plays. Quinn punted the ball really well. He was good on his squib kicks into the wind. And we changed up our kickoff return. Obviously, it worked out for us. We were really good on kickoff return. So I was extremely disappointed late when we got a punt blocked. We knew they were coming, and we busted inside in a protection. But other than that, I thought our special teams were the difference. Their offense made plays, and our offense made plays, and I think special teams gave us the advantage. I'm very proud of Clint Chelf. I thought he did a great job. He handled himself well. He handled our offense. He made plays. He was effective throwing the ball. He was effective running the ball when we asked him to. And overall, I thought our offensive line was pretty good. There were times that they knew we were running it, and they stuffed us a little bit. But for the most part, our guys played pretty good up front. We allowed too many guys to run behind us in the secondary. We gave up some deep throws, and they had a chance to hit a few more, and they overthrew them. We have to continue to work to get better at that. But for the most part, we were good in all three phases, and that's a good win for us. I'm very proud of our team. Just enjoy it today and get back to work tomorrow. Well, I mentioned to the team that it sure looked nice when he breaks through there, because when he does, it's going to have whoever's chasing him is going to have a hard time catching him. He's pretty when he runs through there full speed, and I thought the return was executed to perfection, and he was patient and he jumped through that hole, and we've been waiting for him to get that. We just hadn't had many opportunities this year. Yeah, he played pretty good back there. Now, there's a couple times he got beat. He's got to do a better job of defending the deep ball, but he did make some plays. And without watching the tape, it's really hard to say, but he was very effective today in special teams.
Mike, you have to be happy with the way your team, when they cut it to 38-34 after they got the ball on the one and saw an interception return, you finished out the game pretty good from that point on.
We did, and we were really slow at the start of the second half, and I don't know why. I thought our guys had the energy and our plan was good, but we were really flat to start the game in the second half. But we rallied back from that point forward and put a couple drives together, and Jeremy Smith came in, ran the ball effectively. Clint made a couple nice throws, and Josh Stewart made some nice plays.
Following up on what Bob said, you more or less owned the fourth quarter. It was a 7-point game until Dave Swan knocks down that third down pass.
Right.
And fourth quarter was all yours.
Yeah, and that's what I brought up. I don't know why we were flat early in really the first 6 or 7 minutes of the third quarter, maybe longer than that, and then kind of got a spark and got going. And that's just college football. Why that happens, I don't know. If we knew it, we'd bottle it up and try to take advantage of it.
Coach, 13 receptions, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then another rushing touchdown for Josh. Is this what you envision getting from him in this offense? What kind of player he is?
Yeah, we've wanted to get the ball to him more. He's starting to mature and really develop into a good football player. And I said this a while back, Josh likes to play the game. And guys that like to play football, they're tough, they're durable, they want the ball in crucial situations, they have a lot of success. He likes to play football.
Mike, it looked like the longer the game went on, the more confidence you got in Clint. There, for a while, you seemed to be a little hesitant to completely unload, but that one key drive, I think he threw every time but once.
What you're saying is right. We wanted to try to get his feet wet and get him going, and he's played well. As he got going, when you look back, if we would have known what we knew now, you probably open up the game a little differently. But we wanted to get him going and get him comfortable. I was pleased with the way he handled the offense. I think he only I see we had 66 plays. I'm going to guess 50 of those he had to make a decision on what to do with the ball, and I think he only made a mistake twice from listening on the headphones.
At what point in the week did you decide he was the guy?
Well, he came out of the game as the guy based on what we had left. And he performed well, practiced well, and he got a number of reps, and so we went with him.
This has not been an easy year for him, right? I mean, a few weeks ago he was pretty upset with his situation because he wasn't playing, and he sticks with it, and then he gets to start and plays well, so he's kind of been through a little roller coaster.
He has, and we've been there with him. But the only thing I can say about Clint right now is I'm very happy that he decided to stay with us, and we've talked about this, but we thought there was a chance he may leave in the summer. He stayed here, and then it's not been easy for him this season, but I'm glad he's here, and at one time we told him that if he ever gets a chance, he needs to make the most of it, which at times is coach's talk, but he certainly has, and so we're very proud of him and glad he stayed and learned a good life lesson.
You said earlier in the year you never have a player that loses his position or his place on the depth chart due to an injury. Is that still your outlook at the quarterback position right now?
Too many things going on now for me to answer that question. I'll have to answer that one for you on Friday. No, I'm just kidding.
There's talk on the radio broadcast that your backup today was J.W. Walsh.
What radio was that?
Your radio.
Did I say that?
Who was your backup?
I don't know. We didn't have a backup today. Number 6. To take a phrase from the other guy, I hope we have a backup next week.
But number 4 for, being on the field in the suit and stuff looked pretty good.
Mhm.
Offensively.
We got a number of guys that look good in their suits.
The fact that you've had 3 quarterbacks win you the Big 12 game, usually when you say, oh, we've got 3 quarterbacks, it really doesn't mean you have any, but the fact that you've had each guy come in and perform well, what does that say about the offense and those 3 guys?
We've been very lucky that we've had 3 quarterbacks that started the season with 0 experience play as successful as they played. And then one area that I think is important everybody realizes is the supporting cast for those guys has been really good. Each week, we went a stretch there through Iowa State and TCU where our defense was fantastic when our offense was sputtering. And the quarterback kind of managed his way through it. And then we went through today where our special teams were really good to kind of get Clint going. And maybe he was going from the start and we just didn't know it. So what you're saying is right. And I don't think a coach would ever want to start the year knowing that you're going to have to play 3 quarterbacks during the season when it counts in league play and they don't have any experience prior to the season.
Coach, you said good performance in all 3 phases, and from the stat sheet, everything looks good up until penalties. Are you worried about that? Hasn't really been an issue early in the year, but
I'm looking forward to reviewing the penalties, and I think we had a couple here. I'm trying to find them on here. We had, I think it was 2 or 3 personal fouls, and I'm looking forward to reviewing them. I know one time they had they called a blow to the head on Calvin Barnett, which I don't know how the rule reads, but he was given effort and his arm got swung around and hit him in the head. They called a penalty. I can't fault Calvin for that. He's fighting to try to get to the quarterback. They called a late hit out of bounds on number 6 on our team, and the replay showed that he tackled him in the green, and they went out of bounds sweeping. And that was number 1 running. And if you watch number 1 on tape and he gets on the boundary, you better keep playing because he stops and goes all the way back across the field and did it multiple times this year and got big plays. So we told our guys, if anybody stops on the boundary and doesn't tackle him, then you're going to have a problem with us on Tuesday. That's what he did, so I can't fault him for that. Now, I'm not disputing the calls. I'm just telling you what our plan was going in. We had great concerns about number 1 running him back on us because he's done it on everybody this year, and at times he's done it going against his blocking. So we, as a group, looked him in the eye all week and said, whatever happens, you better get him down. And that's what the young man did, so I can't fault him for that. Now, we had the blow to the head with 99. We had the late hit out of bounds. We had, they called a penalty on Alex Elkins, and that was not smart on his part. In my opinion, the flag came out after he threw him down, and Alex grabbed his helmet and threw it down, so they gave Alex the penalty. Okay, that's Alex's fault. We'll address that tomorrow night.
That was the discussion that right before halftime was about those penalties and stuff.
You talking about me with the officials? I was just telling them they look nice in their uniforms today.
That's what I thought.
Hey, you want to talk about your defense? I mean, you're still, when you're playing Geno Smith and those skill guys you're talking about, I mean...
There's no question. The concern when you play them is they have the talent to at any time put up 40 or 50 points. And, I think it's really not fair for me to comment on what's going on inside their team, but I'm sure Dana would tell you that they haven't played as well on offense as they'd want to over the last month. But when you watch them on tape and you see 3 and 81 and 1 and that back and Geno, at any time they could get it going and hit you for some yards. And so that's what you fear anytime you play a team like that. And they play fast. They can get going. They got momentum, and he's in the second year of his system, and he's a big, tall guy that can throw it. I don't know who the little receiver is that caught those balls, what number he was. I don't know who he was, but he made some nice catches today. He was a good player also.
Mike, with this team this year and all the adversity you went through, not only with the quarterback injuries, but all the other injuries you had, any special significance today to get bowl eligible, and now you're just going to play the rest of the season for a position in the bowl?
We've not really talked about injuries other than as a staff we had to find a way to piece the thing together and move the ball and score points. And the reason why is because we have a number of seniors on our team that we owe it to them to fight this thing all the way to the end. And I hate to go back to a week ago, but that's why I was so disappointed a week ago, because we played so poorly. And it's hard for me to sleep and even think when we play as poorly as we did a week ago. And I know they're a good team, and I know they're second in the country, but we didn't give ourselves a chance. And that really discourages me. And so today, we made plays, they made some plays, but we performed well enough to give ourselves a chance to win, and we did. So that's a long answer for our coaches are responsible for finding a way to move the ball, stop them, be good in special teams, and win games.
Do you feel like your special teams play with a little more energy today after what happened last week, especially with Virginia fumble 3 times? They were ready to pounce right on that ball.
Sure did. They sat right in here last Sunday and had to listen to us and me after what happened last week on special teams.
Mike, how'd your offensive line protect Quinn?
Pretty good, for the most part. Did he get sacked today?
Twice.
One at the end of the half, right?
Yeah.
So
On a scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job of protecting him. We didn't run the ball as effective up the middle as we should have. Now they got that one guy for them. I think he's 99. He's a big load in there, 95 or 99. But for the most part, the offensive line played well, and I thought they were physical.
Now that the game was in the rearview mirror, was it or was it not a big pain in the neck to have guys who might know your signals and know things about your program because they've been in the program? You got to find a way to kind of neutralize that or change things up.
Well, it was, and I admitted that during the week to you guys that it's a hassle. We sugar huddled, okay, for that reason, because they've got 6 guys on their staff that have been with us, and either way, you can call it like it is. They know a lot more about us than we know about them, and so we had to be as smart as possible. But it's not easy to just change signals in the way you operate on offense, especially if you're going to operate with speed. So it's a kind of a pain in the rear, and Dana and I talked about it before the game. I said, if we get going really fast and get in the flow, and you do, we're going to know what you're running. You know that? And he said, yeah, I know. We'll probably know what you're going to run.
What do you think, I remember after the Texas game, you were obviously concerned about third down, fourth down conversion, stopping them today, 6 of 20, West Virginia was third down, stopping in key moments on fourth down, fourth 11. I mean, thoughts how that's improved over the course of the year.
We were better on fourth down today, except for the long throw, and that was really disappointing on our part, and we'll get that corrected. We had a good call. I know everybody's sitting there thinking, really? You gave up a post on 4th and 16, but we had a good call. We were not in the right spot. And then third and I think 11 or 12, and the third and 15 or something we gave them. So we were okay, but our defense gave up some third and longs. Now, they made 2 fantastic catches on third down and long, and sometimes that happens. But for the most part, again, I thought our defense played good because you're playing against talented guys on the perimeter that are very explosive.
Mike, just a general overview, 9 games in, you're 6-3, defending conference champions. You've lost some games, tough on the road, but you feel good about this, you really good going forward even into the bowl season?
I feel good about the effort in our team. I feel good about our coaching staff. I like our chemistry. I like the camaraderie of who we are and where we're going. And, I think my job is to evaluate what happens each season with the players we have, the experience we have, the staff, the mistakes we make, the dumb mistakes we make. The penalties, some of the late hits today, and guys throwing helmets and stuff, that falls on me. And we talked about that after Arizona. And obviously I had it cleaned up for a few weeks, and I'll have to get back to cleaning it up again because that's just kind of dumb football. Other than that, I feel really good about our team. And we can only ask them to do and give us the effort that they have and prepare during the week. And that's been very good. Our practices have been very good. And I think our coaches have had good game plans and have executed, allowed the players to execute in league play, and that's all we can ask for them.
Everybody good? You got 4 players already in the room?
Good.